have some big news for you. I'm moving to California. I'm moving to California. I'm moving to California. Hey Turd Nuggets, I'm Ryan, and I have some big news. I'm moving back to Michigan. So, it's a long story on why I'm leaving California so abruptly, and I'll explain why in a future video. However, I will say, after a year of living in Southern California and exploring amazing places, it just felt like the right time to go home. This trip would be long and agonizing, and unfortunately, my friend Brian couldn't join me this time around. So, my dad volunteered to come join me on this long trip, and we have decided to take a completely different route compared to the one that I did last year. So, on move-out day, we woke up bright and early to start our adventure. Alright guys, we're currently driving out of Los Angeles now, but we started the trip by taking the, hold on, let me do my Californian accent. We took the 405 down to the 110. Ew, what are you doing here, Trevor? That was from a Saturday Night Live skit. It's pretty funny. As we drove out of Los Angeles, the landscape and scenery started to change. The environment started to become more of a desert, and the traffic got less busy. So, one thing that I will miss about California is probably the mountains, you know? You don't get to see those much in Michigan. Alright, so currently we are in a place in California called Yucca Valley, and kind of an interesting place. It's purely like a desert town, basically. I mean, you got cactuses as opposed to trees and everything, and you gotta wonder, like, what would life actually be like out here? It kind of makes you think. It kind of makes you feel like you're in some sort of Western. I mean, look at this. There's no grass or anything. No. It's just, you know, complete sand and desert. I was very intrigued by the towns out in the desert. As we continued to travel eastward, civilization became more absent. So we are driving in a very interesting area. We just passed a sign that said, next service 100 miles. Dad, do we have enough gas?
Barely. We got 293 based on this registry here, but I don't trust it.
So we filled up half an hour ago, and yeah. But literally, if we ran out of gas, you know, we're not gonna hit another gas station until like at least 100 miles. Is that right?
Yep.
So no gas station to the next 100 miles.
You also probably need no cell service.
Oh.
No water.
Oof.
We were truly in the middle of nowhere. Outside of our air-conditioned car, the temperature was a scorching 102 degrees. We had a few bottles of water, and our only food source was a bag of pretzels that was quickly being devoured by me. If we had any kind of car trouble, it could bring about our untimely demise. Only time could tell if we'll make it out of this hellscape alive. Spoiler alert, if you're watching this right now, then chances are we made it out alive. Okay, let's go back to the video.
Alright, so we just finally made it out of California. It took all morning, but we finally made it. We are now in Arizona. As we drove through Arizona, the environment transitioned from rocky desert to lush green mountains. We ended up stopping in Flagstaff, Arizona, and that night we went out on the town and checked out a local brewery. But we couldn't have too much fun because we had another day filled with driving. Hey, Turd Nuggets, it's day 2, and we just left Flagstaff, Arizona, and now we are gonna head towards Amarillo, Texas. On day 2, we hit the road with speed and determination. We traveled like cowboys with 170 horsepower. We explored the land like pioneers, but going in the opposite direction. And the highway was our Oregon Trail, but like a lot safer. Alright guys, we're currently driving through Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I don't know about you, but Dad, do you feel like getting some blue crystal meth?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wink, wink. Alright, so first time I've ever been in Albuquerque and first time I've ever been in New Mexico, but it looks like it's pretty cool. The entire city has this mountain to look at. Alright, so we are towards the eastern side of New Mexico, and we're currently at a gas station, and it's got to be like the only building within miles. See? It's like literally, we're out in the middle of nowhere. What a lot of people don't realize is that the western half of the United States has a lot of open land in between the major cities. And I think that's just great. Because after living in Los Angeles for a year, small town America felt refreshing and calm. However, I wish I could say the same thing about severe weather. Alright, so the sky is getting a little dark and it just looks like something's happening over there. I don't know if that's a tornado or just a dust storm. It's just a little dust storms. Nothing to worry about. Alright, now we're starting to get rain. Okay, so after living in LA for the past year, we got very little rain. So the fact that I'm seeing it now is kind of giving me chills. So, you know, we're in northern part of Texas. We're almost through it all, and I gotta say, Texas has got really like smooth roads. Hats off to them. They know, you know, hats off. But they know how to take care of the roads here. Good for you, Texas.
We ended up driving past Amarillo, Texas, and then we spent the night in a town known as Shamrock.
I am exhausted. We've been driving all day. And that, my friends, is 2 days worth of driving. Right now we're stopped in a Texas town called Shamrock, which I believe is part of Route 66. The town literally, the population here is like literally under 2,000. So yeah, we're experiencing small town America tonight. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, going to bed. Peace out.